Hi, this is the guy from Pittsburgh again. How you doing? Well, let's see. I still don't listen to Rush. It took me an hour to send inboxes on Redbook to people about what I'm doing, what's going on in my life. I gotta get up and get ready to go out, go to the post office, see if some checks have come in, and go out and get some forms. The Social Security office now closed at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What a cushy job. They start at 8, they close at 3. And yet, people have to get forms from them. They don't close at 4:30 like they used to. It's really irritating. But that's your federal government not at work. Anyway, I'm getting off my subject. I'm talking today about, once again, that weasel of the airwaves, that pawn scum of radio, George I Steal Guests from Art Bell Noory. The man is hopeless, clueless, and desperate. He had 2 women scheduled for his show. They're paranormal ghost hunters, ghost researchers. I'm not quite certain what they are. They claim to be able to tap to the other side, beyond death, and talk to people who have died and get people to pass to the other side have committed suicide and stuff like that. It was a fascinating show last night on Dark Matter with Art Bell. I've never seen Art laugh so much and yet get so frightened at some of the things they were saying, because he thought the demons they were talking about were coming after him, which is funny. But Noory knows his time is ending. That the great pretender of trying to emulate Art Bell and failing miserably, the great pretender who talks about asteroids that are approaching the Earth having a brain, the man who burned his mouth on pizza rolls and couldn't talk for 2 days, the man who's obsessed with angels, and so many other comments. He knows that people are leaving coast to coast and leaving his Streamlink channel like rats jumping off the Titanic. I've always wondered about that. Where were the rats when the Titanic sank? Don't hear about no rats leaving the sinking ship, do you? Were there any rats in the Titanic? But that's another question for another day. Anyhow, Noory says he sent an email to me, he doesn't steal people from Art. Bull. He extorted these 2 women. His producer or someone working for him said, if you go on Art Bell on Dark Matter, you can't appear on my show. And they stood up.
It's 10 o'clock.
They manned up or womaned up and said, you know what? Screw you. We wouldn't think of not going on Art Bell. You know why they wouldn't think of not going on Art Bell? They know he's a king. He's in his kingdom of Nye. He's the king of late night paranormal radio. He's the king of Sirius XM. And he's in a war with Noory. But Noory's going to lose because, first of all, in a battle of wits again between him and Art Bell, he's always going to lose. He's the hat. He can't win the battle. He doesn't have the ammunition. And another thing. I got thrown off of Bellgab because I violated MV's rules. I'm really sorry about that. I hope he invites me back and forgives me for screwing up, being stupid. I will admit I was stupid. I didn't read his rules, but he has a rules list listing about 4 pages long, which I didn't bother to read to my regret. But I got real upset about that. I couldn't sleep all night the night before. Was up till 4 in the afternoon. I came home, fed the cats, passed out, and then realized, what the hell am I getting upset for? I'm getting upset at the moderator's decision to ban me from the #1 Art Bell chat board and discussion board. My life will go on. It's a part of my life I'm going to miss. But I shouldn't get depressed up here and start, oh God, this is horrible. I've been thrown off the Bellgab. I go do other things. It's a void in my life. I'll miss the hell out of it. I'll miss the hell out of the people there. I can still read on the board, thank God. But he screwed up. Won't be the first time. Won't be the last time. And hello, guys on Bellgab. I'm gonna miss you a lot. But that's what happens in life. You, excuse my language, you fuck up. So Noory needs to change his tune. He sent me an email saying he doesn't steal from guests. He doesn't steal guests from Art. The guests are scheduled weeks in advance. And Art's refuted that on his show, said, Noory, you're a liar. We all know that. We people have been listening to Art for years. I've been listening since 1990. We know Art speaks the truth. Art doesn't need to lie. Art's a professional. Something George Noory never has been and never will be. George Noory is a poseur. He plays at being a talk show host. He doesn't do his research. He doesn't do his homework. He doesn't have the mental capacity to be a good interviewer. He's a terrible interviewer. So that's why I predicted, and I'll still maintain, that he'll be off the air. When his contract is over with Premier, he's out of there. They'll get somebody else, or they'll just shut Coast to Coast down. They could put a sports guy in there, or a regular talk guy, or they can get George Knapp to do the program, or John B. Wells will take over. Anybody but Noory. So Noory is too shallow to realize that he's in trouble. And he can't change his act, because he's only got one act, and that's, I'm Noory, and I promote myself and make the most dumbest comments on radio and ask really dumb questions of the guest, or not confront the guest when they say something really that's patently wrong or stupid. That's something Art, isn't letting guests get away with. He's calling them on it. And like John Hogue, some of them can't stand the heat. And even Richard Hoagland, the official science advisor Coast to Coast, is being dissed by Noory. He's not picking up the phone. He's not picking up the emails. He's not reading the emails. Hoagland's been calling him. Hey, Noory, what's going on? Noory's sitting there going, you went on Art. I'm not talking to you. Noory's like a little child. He can't stand the competition because he knows he can't defeat the master. Anyway, that's what I got to say about Noory. He's also one of those people out there that's disingenuous and lying about the truth. We all know he's poaching Art's guest. And it won't hurt Art. Deep down, Art doesn't care. It amuses Art. This guy's desperate enough to resort to these tactics. That he and his producer can't, and his guest finder guy can't go out and get new guests for his show. That he has to steal from Art's guest list. That's the last act of a desperate man, and that's who George Noory is, desperate. This is the guy from Pittsburgh. I'll catch you later. I got a lot of stuff to do today, but I wanted to post on this to say something about it. You have a great day. Hope everything goes great for you today and the weekend. You have lots of fun. And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.